Everyone, and welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I am Ashley Greenwood from Three Little Greenwoods Creations. I'm so glad you are joining me this afternoon. We're going to be making a spring lantern swag. I'm going to show you all the things that you need to know so you can make one for yourself. If you're watching right now, chances are you might be watching the replay over on Facebook. So just type in #replay and let me know where you are watching from. If you're watching right now and you're listening to my voice, you're on TikTok. So hello, my TikTok family. I'm so glad that you are here today. Hello, my friend Aspen. I'm so glad you are joining me. So I have a story. I am supposed to go live on Thursdays at 1:30, right? That's my plan. Well, my sweet dog, who is our favorite child, decided to be an escape artist yesterday, and she was gone all day long, and I could not find her. I posted in all the places, and then after I sent my children out to look one more time, she just shows back up. So she is home safe and sound. She's downstairs. She does not get to go outside unless someone is watching her the whole time, because I'm not doing that again today. I was so worried about my sweet dog, but she's home, she's safe, she's a little dirty, she slept a lot, she's fine. Little stinker, I swear. All right, so let's get started. First, we're going to talk about the flowers that we are using, and most of these flowers came from Hobby Lobby. Look at that spring color. It's making me so happy. We are going to be combining these hot pink Gerber daisies and a yellow and a purplish blue. These are called ruffle bushes. These came from the Hobby Lobby. I love using them. They're great fillers. We're also going to be using one ficus stem. Now this is called variegated ficus because it has the white tips on the leaves. This is my favorite. You can only find this at, well, let's see. I don't think you can find it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I get this from my wholesaler, Sims Pottery, but check with Deco Exchange or Greenery Market. Greenery Gal may have variegated ficus. I am not sure, but I love this stuff. It makes me so happy. I use it in a lot of my designs. So we're going to be combining all of this color and one of these. And of course, you know, I got to have a bow. So here are our beautiful spring ribbons that we're going to be using to make the bow for our lantern swag. Now, a lantern swag, in case you don't know, because I'm thinking it might be a southern thing, a lantern swag is simply a small flower arrangement that you attach to the top of a lantern, and it's just a cute little decorative piece. You can use them on your front porches, you can use them on your fireplace mantle, just something fun. We are making a spring lantern swag, kind of a small spring lantern swag. So first, let's begin by making the bow today. Let me get all this out. This is my bow maker. It is an easy bow maker. My grandmother gave it to me years and years and years ago. I use it every day. I have an Etsy shop filled with bows made on this tool right here. You can find it in my Amazon storefront. If you can't figure out where that is, just send me a direct message and I will help you out. So we're going to be using this to make our bow. And let's talk about our ribbons. So pretty. These are all 1.5 inch wired ribbon. Yes, wired ribbon. It has to be wired ribbon. And this is my focal ribbon. I pulled the green from here and then I added the yellow just because it's pretty. So, sorry. Let's get started. My husband's messaging wanting to know where we're going for dinner. Why do I have to decide? Anyone else get tired of having to decide what's for dinner and where you're going? I want other people to make the decisions for me. Unless I don't like it. And then I will say, no, let's choose someplace different. So let's unwind here. Hello, Nurse Maria. You're here to thank me for being kind. Well, thank you so much. All right, so easy bow maker. I'm going to angle the camera down a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more details of what I am doing. Y'all can see my cute t-shirt that I got on. This is one of my newest t-shirts from Peach Marketplace. If you would like to purchase from them, the link is in my profile. Here's our limey green. This is a canvas ribbon. It is wired. And I'm going to make the tails, I'm going to make it 10 inches. Sliding it down in between the dowels and twisting that ribbon over. Hello, Mama Bear. TGIF for you as well. It is TGIF. I'm not cooking dinner. We're going out somewhere. I don't know where, but we're going out. Our daughter has basketball practice tonight. So we are going to drop her off and then go get a quick bite to eat. Both sides have 5-inch loops on them. I love the Wreath Bow maker because it has a ruler on it, you know? I don't have to guess. It's just got a ruler built in. Let's do one more loop, one more 5-inch loop on each side. Twisting that ribbon completely over helps to make a really pretty loop. Pushing it down in the middle, and I'm going to cut my second tail. So what's everyone been up to today? Let me know. Anybody been crafting? Been making some things? I had orders to get out, so I got out all of my orders. I scheduled for my kind of sort of friendly UPS guy to pick them up from me. Hey, Tammy. So we have our 2 5-inch loops on each side with our 10-inch tail. Let's come in with a pretty yellow. This yellow makes me happy. The yellow isn't necessarily in the focal ribbon today, but it's all about spring. And the lantern swag is going to have, yellow in it, so it's all going to coordinate together. Your daughter is making Mickey Mouse ears, and they are good. That's exciting. How fun is that? Okay, I'm looking to see my ruler. Okay, 10-inch tail. Pushing it, putting it in between the dowels, and then pushing that really, really down. There we go. Someone is working, making some Valentine wreaths this weekend. I made the prettiest Valentine arrangement. So pretty. I made 3 of them, and I really hope that someone gets them and puts them in their home and decorates with them this weekend. Turning it upside down on this side. You see how the ribbon is upside down over here? Measuring out 5-inch loops. We're going to do the same pattern. 2 5-inch loops on each side. So what is y'all's favorite spring color? I'm thinking mine is yellow right now. It changes. It changes on the day, but yellow just makes me happy. Hey, Tony. I'm so glad you're joining us today. Pulling down my tail and moving my loops where I want them to be. You're going to notice I make a pattern with my loops. So I have yellow, green, yellow, green. Let's kind of move them around. What is this ribbon maker? It is called an Wreath Bow maker. You can find it in my Amazon storefront. That is in the profile here on TikTok. And if you can't find it, just send me a message and I will send you the link. This is our focal ribbon. I love the color. It's purpley and hot pinks. There's a little bit of the green in there and maybe just a smidge of yellow, but not much. Tammy says she is feeling peach and aqua. Listen, Tammy. Look what I made this morning. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my gosh. So someone sent me a message asking if I would make a DIY tutorial for a compact wreath. This is called a compact floral wreath. I filmed it this morning. I'm going to be editing it and then getting it out for you guys to purchase. It is so pretty. Everything is easy to find. I love it. Okay, back to the bow making. Linda says she loves her bow making. That's awesome. Bow maker. I love my bow maker too. I could not do all of the things that I do. I could not make all of these bows if I did not have this bow maker. Some people get a little about me not making them by hand. But listen, you got to do what works for you. And this works for me. Where did I get my ribbon from? This ribbon probably came from Craft Outlet. Most of this ribbon came from Craft Outlet. My wholesale company called Sims Pottery. And I can't remember where else. List of where you can purchase ribbon without a resale license. Profile. You just click on that link. It is an instant download sent to your email, so you can purchase ribbons to make beautiful things with. Okay, let's cut this tail. Pulling this all around, just like this. So I'm holding pressure in the middle the whole time. I don't want to move my loops. Look at all that bow goodness. I couldn't hold this in my hands. It would hurt so bad. Let's finish off our bow. Now, this is the one thing that lots and lots of people always ask me about. This is called bind wire. It is simply wire covered in paper. I get it from Amazon. I just got an order. If you follow me here on TikTok, you saw me opening my order. I got new wire cutters, more bind wire, more zip ties, and more labels for my label maker. That's how I print things. Okay, so 16-inch length of bind wire, 8-inch zip tie. I'm gonna push this up under here. Guys, if you think that you have a friend that would like to learn how to make bows or more about floral arrangements, please share this video with them. And if you tap on the screen, it will shoot this video out to more people so they can see it. You just got my ribbon list. Do I use non-wired ribbon? I do not. Well, I take that back. There is a couple of ribbons that I get from Hobby Lobby. They're very thin. They're like 7/8 of an inch wide. And those don't have a lot of wire in them, but they have enough wire that they're going to stand up and be pretty. Okay, so let's finish off the bow. I'm going to line up my bind wire on the back. You may not be able to see it because it's the same color as my ribbon. I'm going to pull the buckle to the back. Tighten it up. There we go. Let's cut this off. And give it a little bit of a twist on the back just so it doesn't come off. Teddy says that they make dog collars, so you're always looking for grosgrain. Oh my goodness, I bet you are. Yeah, well, did y'all hear my story about how my dog like escaped yesterday and went on? She gallivanted all over creation. But she came home yesterday late afternoon, and I was so worried about her collar having fallen off because no one had called to tell me that she was missing or in their neighborhood. But the little stinker finally came home. Love it. Okay, so here is our bow for our lantern swag. It's a little big, but I think it's going to be beautiful, so we're just going to go with it. Next, we are going to put my bow maker up under my table. Now let's start with this big greenery stem. This is called ficus. It is variegated ficus. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones. It's really big. I love the color on it. I'm cutting it into 3 different pieces. The wire is called bind wire. You can find it in my Amazon storefront. Now we're going to use these pieces to make the base of our lantern swag. And it's going to be pretty big, which is good because the bow is pretty big. Okay, let's put it together like this. And we're going to take the 3rd piece and put it about right here. So we're making a spine. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. So I'm making a spine of greenery for my lantern swag. Next, we're going to need some of our beautiful floral pieces. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. We're going to use 3 pieces. And when I cut these off, I'm going to cut them really close to the base. I want as much stem on here as I can get, so that when I put my lantern swag together, it's going to hold it. Hello, welcome. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. Here's our next floral. This is called Ruffle Bush. Isn't it pretty? It's just a really pretty filler. They look great in arrangements and wreaths, and we're making a lantern swag with it. So we've got our purple and our yellow pieces, just like that. I'm going to push these aside, and I'm going to need 2 of these daisies. These are Gerber daisies. I think they're Gerber daisies. So I am a former kindergarten teacher, turned wreath maker, turned small business owner, and now I am sharing my love of wreath making with all of y'all. So sometimes I don't get the name of the flowers right, but that doesn't stop me from doing my thing. Tony says they are Gerber daisies. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm going to give these a bend, just like that. Pulling my leaves up to the top and giving it a bend so that my flower is facing up. And now we're going to put these together pretty quickly. Let's get some more zip ties. We've got 3 zip ties. So here is the base of our lantern swag. It's just some greenery that I have piled up together, put their spines together. Next, I am going to add one of these to the top. Hold on, let me put this down. Let's get these ready. Let's push all of it to the top. That will make it easier. All the way to the top. So I got the color for the flowers from the focal ribbon, which has purples and a little bit of yellow and a whole lot of pink in it. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see if I can do this holding it up. 1 purple up top and 2 purples on the bottom. This is just super, super simple, guys. Anybody can make this, okay? 1 purple up top, 2 purples on the bottom. I'm lining everything up in the middle with my hand. A yellow up top and a yellow on the bottom, just like this. 1, 2 yellows up top. Goodness. 1 yellow on the bottom. Okay, holding everything in the middle with my hands like this. If I was doing this without you guys watching, I would have everything laid out on the table because it's easier to do it that way. But I want you guys to see. I'm going to take one of our daisies and line it up. In the middle, just like this. Take the other one and slide it up from the bottom. It's getting really thick in the middle. Okay, so everything is connected in the middle right here. Now, I'm going to loosely zip tie this together. I don't want to do it too tight because it needs a little bit of maneuvering. Just kind of loosely. I'm going to place it on the table. Now you could have easily done this all down on the table. In the middle is where we're putting our bow, and you don't want a big space in between. See, this is too much space. If you leave this much space, then you're going to need to add more things to your lantern swag. And we might end up doing that, but I wanted to avoid it if possible. So I'm pushing these together right here. And let's finish zip tying it down. So everything is lined up and zip tied. Yes, zip ties are your best friend with wreath making. I use them to make my bows. I use them to make my lantern swags. They are pretty awesome. Let's move these around where we like them to be. There we go. I'm going to tighten this together. Take another zip tie and flip it over on the back. And we're going to zip tie our little bundle of stems together one more time. Actually, two more times. Up down here, and let's do it up at the top again. Trying to gather up as many of those stems as you can get. It's going to help make it sturdy. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. I did not get some of my stems. And I really want to get as many of them as I can because it just helps to make a sturdier arrangement. Lantern swags are little arrangements that go on top of lanterns. That's all they are. Just a little bit of pretty that you can decorate with. Okay. 3 zip ties along the spine. I'm going to go back in with my wire cutters and trim some of the long pieces because we don't need all that. I'm going to do that on both sides. Don't cut the good stuff though. Be very careful. Guys, thank you for sharing this video. I really appreciate that. Let's use the flat side of my wire cutters to trim up the zip ties. Just like that. So here's what we have. Very pretty. Next, let's add our bow that we made at the beginning of the tutorial. There's long pieces of bind wire on the back of this bow, and that is what I'm going to use to attach my lantern swag to the top of the lantern. Okay, let's see. We're going to slide this in here. Put it, twist your bind wire in place. There we go. Just like that. And let's do a little bit of arranging on the front. Hold on one second and I'll show you what it looks like. that pretty? How simple was that? I mean, really, that is some super simple stuff right there. Let's finish off the back just a little bit. And the way that I do that is I'm gonna snip off some of these leaves, the ones that you can't see from the front, the ones that are hidden behind the bow. Let's do one more. Let's get this one. So I'm snipping off 3 of the ficus leaves. And I'll apply glue along the spine and then cover the spine and these zip tie buckles with the leaves. So let's get some hot glue. I do not use a hot glue gun. I use a glue skillet. You just heard it popping because it's warming up over here. So I'll just take my little wooden piece and put some glue along the spine and cover it up with a leaf. Be careful, hot glue is hot. Don't get burned. It is so springy, isn't it? Turn it around this way and we'll do this side. Just dab in some hot glue along the spine. I want to cover this up. I don't want this to scratch the top of the lantern, and I just want it to be pretty on the back. Now let's put it on the lantern and do some zhuzhin. Here's a lantern. This is a little bit of a smaller lantern that I would use, but the way that you attach the lantern swag is you take your bind wire or your pipe cleaners, you can use those as well, and you just twist it around either the very top of your lantern, or you can do it right here. Let's do it right there. Ouch. So pretty. Okay, let's do a little bit of fancying this thing up. So on your lantern is the best way that you can see what else might need to be done to your lantern swag. And we're going to add a few more of our floral pieces to it. Let's pull the tails to the back. Just like that. Fix those right there. You can't see the lantern. I know. I said this lantern is a little bit smaller than what I would use this on, but it was all I could get to right before I came live, so I just grabbed it. I would use this on a larger lantern because you can see it's covering up the entire lantern. Let's grab some more of our ruffle bush and add a few more pieces. Let's get 2 pieces of purple and 2 pieces of yellow. They are such pretty flowers. These flowers came from Hobby Lobby. So if you have a Hobby Lobby in your town, you should be able to find these really easily. They are almost always in stock. There we go. I'm going to use my needle nose pliers for just a second. I want to divide this into 2 pieces to get more bang for my buck. So I'm going to push those 2 pieces up and pull these 2 pieces down. Cut it in half. What am I using to cut? I am using, they're called vice grips. I call them pliers. I just got these off of Amazon, but you can go to your local home improvement store. They have wire cutters just like this. These are better than what you can get at Hobby Lobby, the little pink ones from Hobby Lobby. I learned pretty quickly that those were not going to be good enough if I was going to be doing this full time. I'm going to take my pieces and just add them along. This is a little too long. dipping it in my hot glue skillet right off camera. Let's put some on the side right here. I'm going to hold it to make sure it doesn't fall out. I'm sticking it actually in the loops of the ribbon. Hold it for a few more minutes. Is that shirt Uncle made? I don't know what that means. This shirt actually came from Peach Marketplace. It's my favorite place to get t-shirts from. When I was teaching kindergarten, I wore their shirts all the time. And now that I am home alone with the dog, I wear them. Hello. Oh my goodness, I don't want to mess your name up. Mary. You didn't get the live notification. I'm so sorry. Are you on my email list? I sent out an email about 30 minutes before I went live. You can get on my email list by clicking the links that are in my profile. And then I'll put you on my list. You were late. Yours was late. Oh. I swear, email drives me crazy. I'm holding it to make sure it sets up. There we go. Let's come around to this side and add just a few pieces to the other side. Such a pretty bow, isn't it? Hello, my friend. My designed by, gosh, I sometimes wish that TikTok was like Facebook where we had our real names. Hello, Houston, Texas. Thank you for telling me that this is a beautiful design. Guys, where is everybody watching from today? I would love to know. I am in my home in South Carolina. I have my wreath business in my home. It's Joy. Hey, Joy. Welcome to the Wreath Workshop. Canada, Ireland, Missouri, and Kentucky. Wow. Greenville, South Carolina. Hello. Look at all of these places you guys are watching from. That makes me so happy. All my Texas people. Listen to me. I love my Texas people because I have shipped some wreaths to Texas. Texas people love their wreaths. Hello, Lexington, South Carolina. You are not far from me at all. Welcome to the Wreath Workshop. Okay, I'm coming in with some more pieces. I'm going to make sure they don't shimmy themselves down. Hello, Indiana and Hawaii, Virginia. All right, so let's just take a peek to see if there's anything else I want to add. I think I want to add one more piece right there. Maybe some purple or some yellow, I mean. So who out there has ever made a lantern swag? Or have you ever decorated with a lantern swag? I'm kind of wondering if they're not just a Southern thing. What about my Texas girls? Do you guys have lantern swags out in Texas? Yay, you ordered your easy bow maker because of me. That is awesome. You're going to love it. Listen, you need to make sure that you get the easy... You need to get the tutorial that I made that teaches you how to make a bow on the Easy Bow Maker. You can find that link in my profile. Here it is. It's a little big, but I love it. It would look better on a bigger lantern. You decorate all of your lanterns for each season. You have lanterns all over your home here in Michigan. Do you ever put a little floral arrangement on top of it? I'd love to know. Mama Bear says she has made lantern swags and sold quite a few. Very good. Anita says she makes lantern swags for Christmas. Yeah, they are great for Christmas. Great for Christmas, especially for like a big one on the front porch. That's what I've decorated mine with. All right, guys, this is an order for going to Connecticut with another spring wreath. Super pretty and so easy to make. Oh my goodness. Florals on lanterns, yeah. You also like birds or fairies. Ooh. I'm kind of into the butterflies lately, so I am definitely going to be looking for butterflies. That would be pretty as a centerpiece, you know, you're right. So these lantern swags are super flexible. So she was saying that it would be pretty as a centerpiece, and she's right. Because you can take a design like this, the basic concept of it, and then lay it on a table. I mean, how pretty would that be? You can take a design like this, the way that I put it together, and attach it to a grapevine wreath, and it would be great. Tammy says she forgot she has 2 lanterns she put out in the summer on the deck. Do I sell these? I most certainly do. You can find these in my Etsy shop. Super cute. I love it. Yes, you use them as table centerpieces for our private school functions. Do you use... Oh, I see what you're saying. You mean you use the lanterns with the floral arrangements on it as a centerpiece? Gotcha. Totally gotcha. The decorator lantern. Get Jules, it took me a minute. Sorry. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. So that is all I have to share for today, but I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Listen, I just got finished with a step-by-step tutorial for that beautiful wreath right there. All of the supplies are really easy to find. I recorded the video step by step up close so you can see exactly what I was doing, and it's going to be listed soon for you guys to purchase. If you would like to learn how to make a compact wreath style, I've got all of these supplies ready to go so that you can click through and purchase them. So make sure you get on my list so that you will know when that is ready to go. All right, everyone, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on Monday about 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.